Next question was the importance of the Galactic Earth Healing Ascension light work that you've been doing. Like, I've been seeing a lot of pictures of you, of what you've been doing over the last number of years, and it looks like you've had quite the adventure. So can you tell us why you're on this adventure?
Yes, you can start with the 6A. It shows the Earth and sort of a column of light going through it. Um, Basically, it's bringing in the ascension energies into the planet. And that is a way that, like, see, it's anchoring in these higher galactic dimensional vibrational energies. And the one before this picture, before that, was showing the Earth and the Earth grid, the circle of the Earth. That was yeah, it's next to that one. Yeah, right. That working with I call it Galactic Earth Healing because these galactic beings of light work with me, and our purpose is to anchor in new dimensional energies into the planet for the ascension to strengthen and activate the Earth grid to its ascension activation. And what was really powerful in 2007, you remember the 8-foot Merkaba that they showed a picture earlier, is that one day I got into the meditation and they said, get inside the big Merkaba. And so I did. And as soon as I got in there, that one, yeah. As soon as I got in there, the room started shifting and changing and basically was overlaid with like being in a galactic starship, and the whole room became like Galactic Federation. It felt like that because it felt very familiar. And as I'm standing inside there, 7 galactic beings appear around the Merkaba, and they say, "We are now in 2007 going to reactivate Earth to the galactic grid." I'll say it again, it's so important. Reactivate Mother Earth to the galactic grid, not just the Earth grid, but the galactic grid. And I did, there were Sirians, Pleiadians, Arcturians that appeared around these galactic 7Bs. It was like being on a Federation starship of all these important, galactic leaders. And so to me, that was an honor because that was a milestone. And this was in 2007. And so from there, they've been working with me and sending me out on adventures, I'd say, to anchor in different energies. We can go to the picture of me drumming. Yeah, that one is in Eastern Washington. They sent me to mountaintops, and that's again where I say you're fusing the ancient ways of shamanism, because I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I was able to see, feel, and work with ley lines. I would go to the top of these mountains and be able to see a ley line going to the next top of another mountain and connecting all this in a huge grid of Eastern Washington. And when I was done, I saw this huge spaceship, and it's like, thank you for doing this. And so that was another one. And then the next picture shows the Serpent Mound in Ohio that they sent me in 2000, I think it was 16. And actually, just before that, I was a speaker at the New York Dowsers Conference in the United States, talking about my angelic Merkabas. And then I went on a spiritual journey from Maine through New York, through Ohio, basically anchoring in sacred sites to galactic grid. And what happens a lot of the time is that I would connect with these galactic beings. They look like ETs or these spirits, and they would guide me of where to go and what to do, and just be a physical conduit for them, basically say anchoring in these new vibrational energies, because they need the interface. We need us to be between heaven and earth, and so that's part of the job that I was doing. And the culmination of that trip was the Ohio Serpent Mound, where it was just so powerful and these beings gave me a golden disc with it looked like ET writing on the disc. And when I got to the serpent mound at the very mouth where it shows the, like the serpent is grabbing something, they said throw that disc into there, and that would help activate and shift all these mounds and energetics. Yeah, where the circle is, or the egg would be near the, yeah. And that's where they said to put this golden disc with the ET writing on it. And throughout Ohio, different mountain sites, what was interesting was they were either two things. It was like anchoring in energy also from ancient Anasazi in Mayan cultures, Mayan priests. The priests would show up and I could feel the Mayan energy, and it would like merge with the Ohio mound energy. And also sometimes there would be a huge galactic interface at some of these mound sites. It was definitely ET, and it was very strong, and it was like confirmation that they are here. And it's like combining the ancient with the new. And so that's what that Ohio trip. And the next one is Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That was also later in 2016, where at Stonehenge I was directed to a spot and anchored in the Ascension energy from the blue star Rigel, Rigel, in the Orion constellation. And I didn't even heard of Rigel until I got back to the States, and someone said, oh yeah, that's a very powerful ascension star in the galaxy. And I didn't know that, but automatically Stonehenge, the energy field underneath the grid was cleared and shifted, and the new ascension energies in. And then they also sent me clear through Avebury, Glastonbury tour, down to St. Michael's Mound. That is showing the Michael's and Mary's ley lines going through southern England, starting at St. Michael's Mound. And all along, they would tell me where to go, and I would feel and see this new overlay of higher ascension energies going over the Michael's and Mary's line. So it's got like a new upgrade, and that was the purpose of that journey. So that was a very, very powerful one also. So I love that. One of the next ones, yeah, this is at Mount Shasta, that sent to basically help Mount Shasta energetically and shift her. And while I was there, there's a road when you leave Shasta. It's like a straight road before it turns off to the right, going up to the mountain. And it's like it's got all these trees planted in a row. And at the beginning, my shamanic experience knew to stop and honor and ask permission to come into the sacred space. So as I did, the tree was right there at that entrance, and you can see it's got a face. It looks just, and it communicated. It telepathically communicated and talked, and that was just a highlight. I mean, look at the face. It's got eyes, the nose, the mouth, and it was a living essence of a tree. It was just amazing. You know, this isn't fake. It was like it was saying hi and thanks for being there. And then when we got up to Bunny Flats and was shifting the energy, helped release a bunch of small dwarf type spirits to finally be able to come up to the surface. And they were so happy. There was hundreds of these little beings that just appeared and thanked us. And I had the very great honor of going into Telos and seeing Adamus and the people. I'd always heard about it, and I was finally able to do that there. So that was another wonderful experience. So
you got some goosebumps. Nice.
Okay, we're almost done with these wonderful experiences. This is at Chaco Canyon. I've been sent there twice, and this is sort of like a Vesica Pisces configuration of this rune site. And they told me to take an angelic Merkaba, and I don't question. I just took one. And when I got there, I saw this, and right at that intersection where I'm setting, there was about a 1 foot square sort of a box or a hole going down into the ground there. And the next picture will show what happened is that I put the angelic Merkaba in that box, and it activated a galactic interdimensional portal. It was like pure ET energy got awakened into that room inside. It was like, wow, I could really feel it. And before that, at Pueblo Bonito, they asked me to anchor in and connect, but not with him yet, to anchor in, again, the Mayan energy. So I'm getting a connection between these ancient Mayan civilizations and that energetic with the new Ascension energies and the galactic interface. So let's see, the last picture of that 6J shows a map.
Coming up, 1 second.
Okay. And this is, oh, maybe it didn't come through.
I guess not.
No, I guess it didn't come through. Because it would have been 6J. But for the last couple of years, they've sent me to Tucson to work to activate Tucson into higher energetics and set 6 energetic portals in the whole huge valley area in sort of a sacred mean spiral configuration, which is also on the Egyptian, the plateau, the pyramids plateau. And also been connecting with Egyptian energies here and galactic ET energies very, very strong. And opening up wormhole portals and basically raising the vibration of Tucson to become a city of light. And I'm almost done. They said 97% done. So it's like, yay, ready for the next adventure. And so the class that I'm teaching, the 3-hour post-conference, there it is.
Right.
That's the Tucson area. That's the picture showing Tucson, and you see the 1 through 6 of the portal locations, starting on the left, going on up to the right, and then curling around and going back down. So that's what I've been working on. And just in the last month and a half, working on labyrinths, shifting them in the whole area. In fact, this morning I went and worked on 5 more in the Tucson area, upgrading up to higher energies. So actually, I'm glad to be almost done with that.
Look, I don't know if you saw this one or not. Here it comes. Bing and bing.
Oh, yeah.
Into the mountain again, eh?
Yeah, this is in the Rocky Mountains, and this is a mountain called Terra Toma. And you notice it's got like a bowl shape, and it's really different shape than the other ones that are just sort of pointy. This has got like a scooped out bowl. And I was there in, oh boy, I don't know, 2010 or something like that. And when I got up there, the mountain started talking to me, and I could feel the galactic energies. And basically, he said, Terra Toma, its purpose is to be a galactic receiver station for ascension and higher energies coming into the planet. And that's why it's got that bowl shape. And they said, Deb, you are a walking Terra Toma. Is that wherever I go, I'm carrying that energy to be like a receiver disc, like a TV antenna would be for these galactic energies. And that's why they've asked me to be able to come along and do this kind of work. You know, it's very special. It's very honoring, and I would love to share with others how to be able to do this because it's mind blowing.
Okay, I can't get our screens to share, but I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
Where did this come from? Like, I don't remember learning anything about Galactic Ascension in school. I don't remember anybody mentioning it to me before, maybe the last 9 years or so. Where were you before, and when was the realization that you had this mission?
Okay, at age 27, I basically had a walk-in experience. That you call it a braided walk-in, that this ET, and they said it was from like a cousin of the Pleiades, it interfaced with my physical body. So I'm basically carrying the spirit from that this body was born with a galactic higher energy. And so because of that, I'm able to be more receptive to galactic energies. I remember like that the civilization I came from, that part was really different from Earth. Earth's got a lot of learning to do, and so that's part of why I was sent here. And so it was just my mission, and I was told that my mission was, quote, help Mother Earth go through the Stargate for Ascension. And when I
Wow.
asked Spirit, what does Stargate mean? They said, you are a Stargate. Everyone is a Stargate. So everyone has the potential, the probability, and it's ready to be that interface between higher ascension energies and anchoring them into the planet. So we are all the stargates for this powerful ascension, and it's happening now. I mean, it happened 2012 when these Blu-ray beings showed up. I could feel the energy, and they channeled information on third, fourth, and fifth dimensional consciousness, new 5 levels of consciousness, and I really haven't got that information out that much. So with my new helper of my Facebook page and all this, I'm going to get this information out to the public more, because we're in the ascension. I mean, I've gone way beyond 5D and met beings of light that are 8D and from the 8th dimension that I, physically have appeared with me. So it's happening now, and it's our destiny for the whole planet.
Wow. Very, very cool to take that on. Now, we talked a couple of days ago, and I know it's a phrase, it's called light worker, I think is what we were talking about. And
Yeah.
you're trying to steer us into another direction on that word?
Yes, I don't know if you're able to show that very last picture of the pig pen. Yeah, okay. Because, I don't know, 2012 or 13, these Blu-ray beings said it's time for us to shift from being a light worker, and instead to be a light walker. Light walker. And so it means the same analogy as pigpen here. Is you see all those little dust particles that, wherever he goes, that because we are holding a higher frequency vibration in our light body field, that's why working with the light body and knowing how to awaken it is so important, that you're carrying this light, and wherever we go now, we're affecting everybody. If we go to the grocery store and we're carrying this light, unbeknownst to them, but subconsciously their energy field can feel it. We are positively affecting them the higher that we hold our vibration. And so it's like little pig pen is our light is rubbing off. And so I say, going away from being a light worker, which sounds like work, to I'm a light walker, and just hold your light, and that's the answer to helping in a lot of this process.
Yeah, my wife and I have been focusing consciously on that over the last number of months in the space that we're holding, and just walking the light, just walking your talk, just being in that moment and sharing as much peace as you can. It really does infect everyone, and the ones that it can't infect, they kind of run away anyway.
It'll still stick on them, just like those old pig pen dirt. It'll still stick on a little.
Definitely. So I'm at the end of my questions, and it seems I do not have a studio audience today. So this will be a replay available for the people on your Facebook page, the people on my Facebook page. But is there anything else that you wanted to discuss before we wrap this up, Deb?
Yeah, I have one final, it's a saying, is to remember who we are as divine beings of light that are here to be of service to Mother Earth and the ascension for humanity. That is our highest divine purpose possible.
That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for reminding us of that.